Hi, I've been thinking about doing a video for a while now um, about rape. Why do I want to do a video about rape? Because I was a victim of rape. When I was 14 years old, this boy who was about 18, 19 in our high school, around that age, I'm not sure, asked me out on a date. I was obviously excited and flattered that the hottest boy I thought at the time in high school wanted to go out with me. And he was the nice guy because he was saying things like, re tswa motshehare, public place, no one will do anything to you. I won't do anything to you. And I trusted that. It was a public space. We went to the mall and it was during the day. So in my head, I never imagined that anyone would do anything to me during that time. But in that day, by the end of that day, my life changed. Because what I didn't realize was that he was plotting to rape me from the moment I said yes. You would say, but you asked for it, you were too young to go out with him. Probably true, but I didn't ask to be raped. I was asked to go out for lunch and walk around in the mall, not to be raped. Throughout the course of the day, he kept asking us to go and see his friends at different flats. And it occurred to me later on in life that he was actually looking for a place to do his deed. Eventually, he was like, oh, we can go this other place, and you'll be safe. No one is going to do anything. It's broad daylight. He got me into a space where I was with him only. Immediately, when we got to that house, he turned into a monster. And he straight out told me, take off diaparo tsa hao. He brought his friend and took out a knife. And he told me I shouldn't even bother scream because no one will come out and help me. And he raped me. Now, I want to tell you what happened to me the moment he did that. I saw myself in a prison. I blanked out. I was paralyzed with fear. Emotionally, I died. Spiritually, I died. I was imprisoned. Physically, I bled. Mentally, I was disorientated. Emotionally, I was very afraid. Afterwards, it was as if nothing happened. He took me home as if nothing happened. He seemed very proud. What happens with rape is that the perpetrator steals your freedom, your emotional well-being, your mental well-being, and he hurts you physically. It didn't bother him that he took my virginity, that he hurt me physically. It didn't occur to him at all. It was like he left me for dead. To parents, I just want to say, be mindful of who your child is surrounded by. But even if you do everything in your wildest dreams, perpetrators can still get to your child. But be vigilant. How? Know exactly where they are, who they are with, who their friends are. Don't allow them to date before matric. Even if it's innocent. If you do allow them, be there. Yes, embarrass them by being there in that specific date. Do not allow them to go out with anyone or asing go same age group as them. Do not allow them hore a tsamaye a interact le monna wa 24 years. Someone who's outside of high school. What is that person doing with a child? Even in high school, know their whereabouts. If they call you a helicopter mom, so be it. Or call helicopter dad, so be it. 90% of girls who are raped don't have a father figure at home to warn them of what men do. In as much as men teach boys, men need to teach girls, to teach them the tricks of men. Teach your girl that men do this when they want to. Teach them, be honest with them. That's a form of protection as well. I lived with the rape for years. I told my mom, but her heart couldn't take it, so she blocked it out, I think. And women, mothers, when your child opens up to you, don't block it out. As traumatic as it is to hear, support and comfort your child. Support can be in the form of opening a case with your child. Support can be finding therapy, a help. The social worker. But do something. Speak up for your child. I commend the mother, that Women for Change, where they posted a video and she spoke up for her 13-year-old daughter who was raped by the son of one of the women in that gathering. I commend that mother. That's what mothers should do. And if there was a father, that's what fathers should do. Put them on blast. Shame them in public. But don't be quiet. Speak up for your child. Even if that's a 24-year-old and says, but narata, it is predatory behavior for a grown man to be attaching himself to a child. A child finds it hard to say no to authority in the form of a parent or an adult. A child is naive to what sex is, especially when the person says, don't tell anyone, don't scream, no one will help you. If you speak, I will kill you. Those words are like a prison for that child. It's never the child's fault. No child goes seducing a grown man. Ngwana itse what such seduction is. You cannot tell me an infant seduces a grown man. You cannot tell me a teenager willfully does that. And even if they did, something I want to tell you, when a child has been molested or raped, the first sign of it is promiscuity. That is why most prostitutes have been raped, or most women who were raped become prostitutes. And I just want to say to the women who are raped or who know somebody who's been raped, it's not your fault. You were hunted and violated. Your will was taken from you. What I mean by this is that somebody came, forced themselves on you, not giving you a choice as to when and how and who you want to have sex with. Now, when you think of that in the context of a baby, a child, a 13-year-old, somebody came, forced themselves on this child. Even if it's in the workplace, any place, that person steals your choice, your free will, something you are born with. They don't give you the same choice as you. They dismiss your emotions, your feelings, your voice. They violate your body. They traumatize your mind. You are left with scars and thoughts. Some women give themselves to drinking because they can't deal with the rape. And they die in this prison. Some women live bitter lives. They never marry. And some may marry by God's grace, but they are unable to attach. Some women make vows like how I did, not to marry, so that when I had a child, she will be protected. It's only God this year who released me from all this, who made me see that the source was the rape. I made internal vows because I had a child later on in life and I wanted to protect her. And my way of protecting was to not allow any man near our space. And it's only God who made me see this. Sex destroys your view. Rape destroys your view of sex, of men, of relationship. It skews that view from what is normal. And what is normal is loving, is for procrastination, is for enjoyment. What is normal is your choice of men, and him choosing you is your choice of how it should happen, with whom is your choice. Everything that's supposed to happen is supposed to happen in your terms. Even in a healthy relationship, it's on your terms. If you feel forced in any way, then it's not right. It's not healthy. One of the outcomes of being raped is suicidal thoughts. Some women who are raped end up killing themselves because they cannot deal. Some kids who are raped, most kids who are raped, have social issues, including women in that issue, have social connection issues. They have strange dreams, very sexual and deviant behaviors. Abaikiri bana bao is because of the trauma that happened to them. They were exposed to something they were not supposed to be exposed to at an age where they can't comprehend exactly what happened. You will find a person suicidal for years. Let's understand why. Let's understand why. Only because she was raped when she was a child. She has strange dreams. Because there's also spiritual attachments that happen with rape. Whoever enters you, in you, and you wonder why you behave in a certain way, why maybe all unali temper because all of that thing in this man has entered you, has mixed with your blood, has mixed with your liquids, your fluids. Someone you didn't ask for or you want, and you wonder why afterwards it affects you in a certain way, or you behave in a certain way. So as parents, if this happened to your child, I pray that you will get your child help mentally, physically, spiritually. It's not just the physical that's hurt. Your child needs you to be protect and custodian for one. Like I say, with me, my release finally came this year. I do not know why I'm crying now, because when I relive what I'm saying, it hurts again. It's as if it happened yesterday, and that's what happens to people who are raped. It doesn't mean I'm stuck there. No, because God showed me where the problem was and He healed me from it. It's a process though. You know, when you had a wound and it's healing, the scab, and you poke on the scab, the blood bleeds a bit. This video is like that. When I poked on the scab, and it bleeds a bit. I still have to, let it heal a bit more. But the healing has started. Because my end is healthy and loving relationships and interactions with people. And that's what every woman deserves. Healthy, loving relationships. For me, my salvation was Jesus Christ. Because he showed me where the problem was. And when I prayed, he healed me with his love. When I prayed, he showed me that I'm out of that prison. When I confessed how this pain was killing me, he heard my cry. I do not know what happened to Desmond. Unlike most women, Desmond, I met him again when I was 21. And he apologized for raping me. Not many women get that. I couldn't say I forgive him because he didn't know what he did to me. I wish he would feel the pain that I felt. Forgiveness does not mean you don't want justice. You deserve justice. So I would encourage women and kids who are raped to report it. When you go report, our police are not for us. Record them. You have a right to even tell them that Nekopelo recorded this interview for her case. If they refuse, you say so on the recording, but continue with the statement. And put them on blast. Expose them. That is how you stop being a victim. Yes, you did not have power over being raped, but have power over how you report this, of how you say your truth. This is my way of saying my truth, to hopefully in what I say help someone. Because we can't let our girls die 1,000 deaths. And I pray that less and less women will get raped. It's not something I wish on anyone. I pray you will know the peace of God. Little rat lie. Because for me, it was only him who can help me. Yes, I did do the therapy. Yes, I did. And I was very suicidal. I was promiscuous. But I walk different now. And all of this was to cover the pain. Was to kind of like wash it away. Do not take lightly what rape does to women. If she didn't choose to do it with you, if she didn't want it, if she's a child, then you raped her. Simple as that. Unfiltered truth. Thank you.